of the WWE.
You know, Pat, we talked about...
The man did not come around to the WWE Raw on Netflix debut, but never fear. Becky Lynch's highly anticipated return didn't take place on Raw, to the surprise of fans and talent. Fightful Select had reported that talent did expect to see her on the show. However, not only was she not on the show, she wasn't in Los Angeles at all. She was not planned for the Raw Netflix debut, and her appearance wasn't cut. As was speculated, however, that doesn't indicate her future with WWE. It was confirmed that after her deal had lapsed in 2024, Becky Lynch has since agreed to a contract with WWE. She appeared at some Netflix-related events, but had told people she was just there supporting. However, she's always planned to make a return, and both WWE and Lynch expected to do business together again. Lynch was not at Raw on Netflix, and we're told that as of the end of 2024 that neither her WrestleMania plans or return plans have been solidified. Those we spoke to did expect her to be factored in. This article first appeared on our premium service, Fightful Select, and was republished here on Fightful for SEO reasons. If you complain about it being old news, you have to sign a veteran cornerback for the Bengals. Subscribe to get exclusive news every day and a half-dozen weekly podcasts that directly support us in our continuing breaking news, interviews, and the like. Although Becky Lynch did not return to WWE television during the Raw premiere on Netflix as originally expected, she is again contracted to WWE. There is a prevailing belief that Lynch will return to television sometime this year after going on an indefinite hiatus in May 2024. During her time away from WWE, Lynch began exploring opportunities in Hollywood. Lynch recently mentioned her ongoing support for WWE while attending events on Netflix. However, as of the end of 2024, WWE had not solidified any plans for Lynch's road to WrestleMania 41. While away from WWE, Lynch and her husband, Seth Rollins, were spotted at a Los Angeles Lakers game on Wednesday night. Imagine the pop if none other than Becky Lynch rolled out third in the 2025 match and put a sudden stop to the hijinks Green and Niven were up to. No, really? Stop for a second and picture Lynch walking out with a stern expression on her face as Chelsea and Piper simultaneously fret in ring. That'd be one of those magical moments the Rumble has become famous for. Of course, a lot of this hinges on what Becky hopes to achieve once she returns. It's highly doubtful she'd be happy to become some bit part player in the background. But then, helping others has always been one of Lynch's best traits as a worker. She's pretty generous in that respect, and there's no denying being unceremoniously bumped from the bout by such a major star would give Green some more rub, admittedly. There's a run of entrants here some fans may find boring. You know, unless you happen to be a damage control superfan who delights in what Kairi Sane brings to the party. She'd be out next to rekindle old Kabuki Warriors chat versus Becky. That'd let Lynch feel her way back into WWE and shake off some ring rust. Pinballing Kairi around the place would get another pop and keep the crowd invested. There's no sense in pretending. Sane isn't a priority for Triple H's company in 2025. She's that bit part player Bex might be worried about becoming, but it's fine. Kairi plays her part well and is best suited to working in tags anyway. Naturally, she can't do that in the Rumble. Sane will have to go it alone for a while. Admittedly, there's a run of entrants here some fans may find boring. You know, unless you happen to be a damage control superfan who delights in what Kairi Sane brings to the party. She'd be out next to rekindle old Kabuki Warriors chat versus Becky. That'd let Lynch feel her way back into WWE and shake off some ring rust. Pinballing Kairi around the place would get another pop and keep the crowd invested. There's no sense in pretending. Sane isn't a priority for Triple H's company in 2025. She's that bit part player Bex might be worried about becoming, but it's fine. Kairi plays her part well and is best suited to working in tags anyway. Naturally, she can't do that in the Rumble. Sane will have to go it alone for a while. Several backstage news and notes have come out of the debut episode of WWE Raw on Netflix from the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. Major Becky Lynch update ahead of WWE Raw. Becky Lynch walked away from WWE in May 2024 after failing to capture the Women's World Championship from Liv Morgan on Raw. However, It seems that the former women's champion could finally be set to make her return on the red brand tonight. Becky Lynch's contract status is unknown after her deal expired in June 2024, but she has been featured in the promotion for Raw on Netflix. A recent report from Fightful Select notes that talent believes Lynch will be part of the show, along with many other surprises that could be planned as part of the Netflix launch event. Of course, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley will be colliding on Raw for the Women's World title. Dominic Mysterio and Raquel Rodriguez are expected to make their presence known during the bout. Morgan was the one who defeated Becky Lynch for the Women's Championship after Dominic Mysterio interfered in the match twice. So this will be the perfect place for her to make her return. Becky Lynch may not be the only star to return on WWE Raw tonight. WWE has been pushing this week's Raw debut episode on Netflix as one of the biggest shows of the year ahead of WrestleMania, and it seems that many big names will be made part of it. John Cena, Hulk Hogan, and The Rock are already scheduled to appear, but there are rumors that there could be more. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and even Brock Lesnar have been rumored to be making their returns, while Pentagon Jr. is one name that could be set to make their debut. Tonight's Raw will take place at Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. A full roster of NXT stars is already in LA, which means that many other names could be selected to make their main roster debuts if Triple H gives them the nod. Featured below are some of the notes coming out of the historic premiere episode from January 6, 2025. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss return date after missing Raw on Netflix predicted by ex-WWE employee. Several top WWE superstars and legends showed up last night on Raw's debut on Netflix. While Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss were rumored to be on the show, none of them appeared. Former WWE employee Tommy Carlucci recently predicted when the three ladies would return. While the goddess has been on maternity leave for nearly 2 years, the Queen has been absent since December 2023 after suffering multiple knee injuries during a match against Asuka on SmackDown. Meanwhile, the man's contract expired in June 2024. However, WWE seemingly confirmed Becky's return as she was included in Raw's teaser on Netflix. While none of the three ladies were on the red brand last night despite speculations about their potential return, Carlucci predicted on the Behind the Turnbuckle, the Last Word podcast, that the company would push their comeback until the Royal Rumble. He said that either Lynch or Flair could win the Women's Royal Rumble match and challenge Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 41. Personally, I think they're going to push Charlotte and Becky to Royal Rumble and have them actually be in the Rumble, and maybe one of them win to actually face Rhea at WrestleMania. So, I think that's how long we're going to wait 3 weeks before we